Hey, what's going on there, guys? Nick here from Absolute MTG, and I'm back with some more prize packs for M15. So I got to do the Sunday pre-release at Top Deck Cards and Games in Bethel Park, PA, and I got to split for first with a blue and red deck that was influenced by the artifacts that I was playing. So I got to live the dream of going turn 1 Ornithopter, turn 2 and Soul Artifact, and just kind of smashing from there. And I had a lot of other really interesting cohesive strategies with artifacts, and I think I have my sealed pool up on Twitter and Instagram for you guys that want to check it out. But yeah, let's open up packs. So I have 16 packs here of M15, and we'll see if we can pull any Planeswalkers or anything else that's really sweet, any Mythics or stuff like that. So hopefully Planeswalkers, so I can add some more stuff to the Planeswalker collection, but we'll see. So we're just gonna kind of skim through things and get to the good stuff. Wall of Essence, Nightfire Giant, Dissipate, which is pretty sweet, and Goblin Rabblemaster as our first rare. So that guy's really sweet, giving you a 1/1 red goblin at the beginning of your combat on each of your turns, and your goblins have to attack each turn if able. But whenever he attacks, he gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn for each other attacking goblin, which is nuts. Yeah, really sweet rare, really good and limited. Broodkeeper, Staff of the Wild Magus, Necrogen Scudder, and Master of Predicaments is our second rare. Is it a 4 CMC card or not? And if they guess wrong, you get to plop it onto the battlefield, or cast it, I guess. Because it's not limited to creatures. A lot of really sweet stuff. Actually, Ornithopter's not an uncommon. I think that's the first time I just realized that. Dauntless River Marshal, Reclamation Sage, Overwhelm, Hornet Queen, which is absolutely absurd and limited, and just breaks things. 7 mana 2/2, but Flying Death Touch, and you get 4 1/1s with Flying and Death Touch is nuts. And a foil Fugitive Wizard. Not the best foil. Vanilla 1/1 for 1 blue. Not bad nonetheless. Hornet Queen's really sweet. If anything, Hornet Nest would be even more sweet to pull out of these packs, because I actually want to play that card in Bant Control in the sideboard. Because there's no better feeling than getting a bunch of 1/1s after you block like a Pelucranos or something like that. Constricting Sliver, Jace's Ingenuity, Quickling, and Urborg. There we go. Now we're getting there. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. Really awesome. So mono black decks can go about playing like 1 or 2 of those and can see a little bit more consistent mana with the Mutable that they're playing. Play their Nightveil Specters a little bit more consistently, if nothing else. And Back to Nature, which is really sweet. Frenzied Goblin, Zathrix Slyblade, and another Urborg. Back to back. Yeah, I'll take that. That's totally sweet. But Back to Nature being a reprint is kind of interesting too, considering we just have this Enchantment Matters block. But if like mono green ends up being a big thing with Nisa, Back to Nature is a pretty easy stop to the majority of the things that deck is doing. Get rid of Coursers and Eidolon of Blossoms and whatnot. Meteorite, Constricting Sliver, Stab Wound, and Soul of Theros. Yeah. There we go. And a Garruk Emblem that is given to your opponent. I feel like I want to say that like I was the only one that was confused by that, but I know that I wasn't, because the first time that I read a Garruk, I was like, why does your opponent get the emblem? That makes no sense. And then I was like, oh, okay. Whenever a creature attacks you. And I can see where they made that like a difference, rather than an emblem that you get. Just for the fact of like EDH games where you beat one of your opponents and then you still have that emblem that's going to affect your creatures for the other remaining opponents. Gargoyle Sentinel, Leeching Sliver, Staff of the Sun Magus, and Crucible of Fire. So dragon creatures you control get +3/+3. So far, the double Urborg and Soltheris is just really nice. That's really weird, 2 Urborgs in a row. I mean, I definitely just shuffled up the packs as it is, but... Broodkeepers, Wild Magus, Necrogen Scudder, and Life's Legacy. So sack a creature as an additional cost to it, draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. And a Squid token. So a few more packs, 8 packs left, so we're halfway done. Always feels good being able to open up packs before a set's released. That's what's always great about pre-releases, is opening up new product before it's actually released. Tormod's Crypt, that awesome reprint, that's probably hinting at something graveyard base being in the next set. Capsho Kite Fins, Frenzied Goblin, and Llanowar Wastes. So we have one of our pain lands here. This is actually the first one that I've opened up all weekend. So the green and black pain land. And for those of you guys that have had your pain lands for a while, well, there you go, you already have them. I think I already have like 3 play sets already of the pain lands, with certain ones at least. Sentinel, First Response, Brawler's Plates, and Chief Engineer. 1/3 for 2 artifact spells you cast have Convoke. So not bad. You're able to tap your creatures and play your artifacts for cheaper. It's interesting. I don't know what impact that's going to have. I don't think very much impact on Standard. There's nothing really too massive going on with artifacts in Standard, but I mean, for future sets, could be something. Ulcerate, Drabai Murklurker, Slyblade, and Ingarrick's Wake. Destroy all creatures you don't control and planeswalkers you don't control for a whopping 9. I think I would still rather play Perilous Vault if I was playing like Control. I mean, sure, it doesn't kill your planeswalkers, but I like the planar cleansing Control decks, so I don't mind playing Perilous Vault. Staff of the Wild Magus, Jace's Ingenuity, Illusory Angel, and Stain the Mind. So kind of like Memoricide, but with Convoke, and it costs 5. So name a non-land card, search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them, then they shuffle up their library. And we have a 1/1 Flying Spirit. So 4 more packs. Ultimately not bad. I mean, the Llanowar Wastes, 2 Urborgs, and Soltheros are kind of exactly what I want. Actually, no, I want Planeswalkers, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'll be happy with whatever I pull, even if they are just all junk rares. So, Boonweaver Giants, Reclamation Sage, Nisa's Expedition, and Indulgent Tormentor. Very, very powerful and limited. 5/3 for 5, flying at the beginning of your upkeep. Draw a card in the list, target opponent, sacrifice a creature, or pays 3. And a 2/2 zombie. And I have to say that the tokens look just so nice now that they redid them. I mean, even the new border, like, there were a lot of people that didn't like the new border, but honestly, I don't mind it at all. Like, the little counterfeit stuff that they have on the cards is pretty nice and pretty useful for Wizards now. But I actually don't mind the new border otherwise. We have Juggernaut, Murklurker, Mind Magus, and Spear Pawns. So whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 white. If you do, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. 2 mana, sack a spirit, and target non-spirit creature gains indestructible until the end of the turn. And 2 more packs. And I actually, I pulled 2 of those in my sealed pool for Friday at the Midnight pre-release, and this card is just insane and limited. I mean, the fact that I chose white just because I wanted to play with Spirit Bonds and I hoped that I would pull one and then got 2 of them was pretty nuts. Meteorite, Stab Wound, Profane Memento, and Yavimaya Coast. So another pain lands for green or blue. And then last pack. Let's see what we have. Planeswalker, please. Forge Devil, Siege Worm, Dauntless River Marshal, First Response, Feral Incarnation, and Shield of the Avatar. Not a Planeswalker, but that's alright. So equip for 2, play for 1. If a source would deal damage to equipped creature, prevent X of that damage where X is the number of creatures you control. Very, very interesting card. I actually really like this card a whole lot. I'm not really huge on equipment in Constructed, or at least for Standard. I mean, we've had the bar set pretty high with some equipments that we've seen in the past, like the swords or Batterskull. So, I mean, smaller stuff like a card like Shield of the Avatar is not anywhere near as powerful as like the swords were, or even Batterskull, but it's definitely really interesting. I actually like the card a whole lot whenever you're playing these like creature v creature type matchups. It's pretty interesting. I don't want to speculate whether this card's actually going to see play in Standard or not, but it's definitely tempting. It's not a bad card whatsoever. But yeah, so that is 16 packs of M15. So again, if you guys went to the midnight or the Saturday or your Sunday pre-release, let me know how it went in the comments below. Let me know if you pulled any sweet stuff out of your prize packs or even your sealed pool in general. And until next time, guys, peace out. If you guys want to keep up to date with everything that we have going on here at Absolute MTG, remember to hit that subscribe button, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Also, remember to check out our sponsors of the channel, MTG Madness and AVUgames.com. But as always, thank you guys for watching.